Right.
Well, afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Just, I get the joy of the twilight presentation.
Twilight Zone.
Something a bit lighter. When Stuart put out the word that Bart was unfortunately going to be in hospital and I was continuing on doing it, quite stupidly, not expecting him to say yes, and say, oh, I can do something if you're desperate. I didn't expect him to come back and say, yeah, I'd like it.
It's great to see you, Peter.
I've got to do something or actually write something. And that happened Monday, that I called on Sunday. I was reading it. Do something about it. Anyway, so this it sort of combines two of my interests. Let's put it like that. Like everyone here, I've got a number of different hobbies, interests, things like that. One of which I mentioned earlier is target shooting. Another is video or gaming in general, but video games in particular. And I was just interested in having come across one or two references to the JFK assassination. I was just interested to see how pervasive that is. Now, I did have, up to fairly recently, all 4 PlayStations, 1, 2, 3, 4, although I mainly used the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, I've got access to PCs, this is what the bed's got still quite a relatively high spec PC at home, which I game on. So, and where a lot of games are published across different platforms, occasionally you get one that's like PC specific, or say Microsoft specific, say the Xbox or PC, and other times you get games that are PlayStation specific. So,
Embedded stuff doesn't work.
yeah. Okay. Well, we're waiting
You have a separate file of them?
Yeah. Actually, picking up on conversations that happened earlier, there were a number of people discussing how do we get into the case. I think some people it was the assassination itself at that age. Other people it's focused on later events such as the House Select Committee, the ARB, the JFK Act. For me, it was this one.
I think it's still got the PowerPoint. We've got the you have to close the
The sound gives it away.
January 1961, President Dwight D. Eisenhower's farewell address to the nation.
So we'll change this.
Did you say anything? Did you twist the laptop right actually, Peter? We can see that. No, it's not on the screen.
completely closed the PowerPoint.
Even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government.
Windows means
Good old Windows. There you go.
Cool.
And this is the director's cut as well. I don't know what it is about I don't think it shows a better introduction.
John Williams. It's
The drama.
to me, it's John Williams. It's as good as it gets for film scores.
Three and a half million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. We annually spend on military security alone.
January 1961, President Dwight D. Eisenhower's farewell address to the nation.
This conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large
TV
army
miniseries Kennedy.
is new to the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
November 1960, Senator John Fitzgerald Kennedy of Massachusetts wins one of the narrowest election victories in American history over the Vice President Richard Nixon.
You get the idea?
Let's just watch the rest of it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Doing anything this evening?
Well, just hang on a few minutes and I'll go and get a tray of beers.
And actually, a second one, just as an example of, because what I wanted to do, I guess, was I was obviously going to look at a slightly broader aspect of the occurrence of the JFK assassination in media, So I was going to originally take a much broader view, looking at other media genres like TV series, like films, novels, and I've got a couple of slides. We'll be like Paul, ran out of time, couldn't really do anything, but there's a couple of things I want to pick up on there. The second one, which I also got involved after watching JFK 3 times at cinema. Well, I interested slightly, but then I think I managed to get hold of a video copy of Executive Action. Which there are some people love JFK, some people, however, like Executive Action. I think it's probably closer to what happened.
Is that the
Depending
one
on your point of
with
view.
Lancaster?
That's the
Yeah.
Lancaster one, yeah. There's that one. Obviously, all photos and videos of the intellectual property of those.
Before his death, former President Lyndon B. Johnson gave a 3-hour filmed interview to a well-known television commentator. On May 2nd, 1970, when this interview was shown on a national television network, it included a message that certain material had been deleted at President Johnson's insistence. It has been revealed that in the censored section, Johnson had expressed misgivings about the finding that Lee Harvey Oswald had acted alone, and that in fact, he suspected that a conspiracy had been involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
If you were down.
Has everyone seen this one?
I've not actually seen the film, I wish I had.
It's still watching one.
Good fun.
Can you get it? Is it up there somewhere? Is it? So
I think it's based on Twyman.
YouTube, that'll do.
Well, this is obviously
The Committee of Patriots.
So if anyone wants it,
Yeah.
just send me a little flash drive or something.
Okay. Well, if I can get it on YouTube, I'll get it on.
Yeah, if it's on YouTube.
But if I can't, I'll let you know things are going brilliant. I'd love to see it.
It's 20 years before JFK, but it's quite similar. The start.
Yeah.
The
It
music,
is,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
similar.
sort of tone.
yeah.
1973.
Yeah. So when I was originally doing it, I was looking at sort of the media genres, and I was starting to put some lists together of other media genres that I've split. And the three I sort of got to was A, novels, B, TV series, and C, films, both cinema or made for TV. Yeah, it's just a list. And I don't know if anyone's where is it? Who Killed Kennedy, right? Do you know the Doctor Who fan?
Sure.
Do you know Doctor Who? Who Killed Kennedy by a guy called David Bishop. That is actually a Doctor Who novel that features the Kennedy assassination. I had it, and I think quite a while ago I put it in the auction to test out. And I looked on Amazon, and they're going for over 20 quid. This paperback.
Have you got the Red Dwarf episode?
That's the next slide. So, but yeah, and I think I did flick through it briefly, and the Master's involved somewhere. So whether he's sort of controlling World War behind the scenes to sort of try and provoke World War III or that sort of thing, I can't remember. But it just seems to me there's a Doctor Who novel that features it. Then, as I say, they've got films and TV series, and for those who like Red Dwarf, there's an episode which is season 7, episode 1, called Ticket to Ride. I haven't seen it, but apparently
They've run out of curry.
Yeah, they run out of curry, and in an effort to try and get some more, they changed American history, and Kennedy survives the assassination. And so all hell breaks loose, and so they've got to try and A, find some more curry, but B, try and put the timeline back to how it was, and it ends up they persuade Kennedy to shoot himself from the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to see that.
Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and there's another. So I remember we mentioned Kennedy with Michael Sheen. There's the pilot of Dark Skies, which is quite central to the plot. There's an episode of The Twilight Zone, which is Profile in Silver from 1986, and also an episode of The X-Files as well. Right. As I said, Kennedy assassination is one of many interests I have. Military history is one, science fiction is another. Yeah, I'm Trekkie. Okay, we'll get that out of the way first. Shooting, I've got a target shoot that. The rifle above is an M41A Swedish sniper rifle, and that's my dad's. But the rifle below it should be known to you. That's my actual working M91/38 Carcano short rifle. And so just underneath is a couple of full clips. They're designed to take 6 rounds, whereas as I mentioned earlier, the M95 and Mannlicher rifles are 5-round clips. But they are designed to be loaded in fully to the rifle itself. I've got, as Tony mentioned, I showed last year or the year before a couple of clips of video I took while shooting. I've got a rifle version of that, which is slightly longer. I can show you just to see what the action is, how it differs from the majority of the other military rifles at the time. And as I said, gaming, I'm treasurer of the Defence Academy War Game Society. So you have we play all sorts of things. We play miniatures war games. There's some British paratroopers by Artisan Design. There's a game called Quartermaster General, which is a sort of combination board game, some miniatures and sorts of cards, but also video games. And that is a picture from a game. It's actually one of the most recent Call of Duty. Call of Duty is probably one of the most successful games franchises going. It's been going 10, 12, no more than that actually, 12 years, something like that. It's a game every year. It's published by Activision. They use a different developer each year. So you've got Infinity Ward, you've got Treyarch Games, and this Call of Duty World War II was by a company called Sledgehammer Games. Okay. Now, having looked at the use of how JFK Assassination is used in games, I split it in a number of categories. The first is what I call a game mechanic. So it's not the be-all and end-all of the game, it's not so amazing, but somewhere within that game it features. And there's 3 games that fall under this. The first is called Crusader Kings 2, which is an event that's geared towards the player, the actual person playing the game. The second is Twilight Struggle, which is a Soviet action card. Now, just for interest, it's Twilight Struggle started off as a board game, which I've got a copy. It's since been transferred to a PC game, which is available through Steam, so like a download service. And just as an aside, a friend of myself backed a game on Kickstarter. Everyone know what Kickstarter is? No, it's a way, it's become increasingly popular, it's a way, it's a crowdfunding platform. So if you've got a new idea for almost anything, you can put it on there and try and interest people to back it. So, and increasingly, video games, board games, videos, almost anything, a lot of different stuff is put on Kickstarter in order to help generate funds to get the project up and running. So a friend of mine, we backed there's a series of games I mentioned just a minute or two ago, Quartermaster General. And the next game in that series is about the Cold War. So, and it's card driven, so I'm sort of wondering, is there going to be a reference to the Kennedy assassination now? Because there's one in Twilight Struggle. And the third game is quite an old game. It's called Spycraft, and it's in that there's something called the Kennedy Assassination tool. Now I'll explain this as we go on. Ooh. Okay, if you can see that. Basically, this is the player event that comes in Crusader Kings, and it's such an obvious. So what it says is success. Baron Munio was caught in a deadly arrow crossfire, because it's Kings is set in medieval times. Was caught in a deadly arrow crossfire between the scroll depository and the grassy knoll. The story we concocted about a lone bowman seems to be working perfectly. Obvious reference. Yeah. Okay. Second, the Twilight Struggle. This is the Soviet action card, and what you do, it's basically a 2-player game. One plays the USA, one plays the USSR. And you have a deck of cards which you play, and you can play it in one of 2 ways. Either you play the event on the card, or there's in the top left there's a number, which is action points. So, or if you don't like whatever the main event is on the middle, you can use that action point to do certain things. Now, some have, I think they usually have between 1 and 5 action points. So some are more useful than others. In this case, we have lone gunman. So the Soviet player would play it in the US, and what the US then, the player has to do then is to reveal his hand. And then the USSR, they conduct operations as if they play, so they basically get not a free look at what the USA is planning, or what action cards he's got, so you have some idea of what you can do in up and coming turns, which reflects on the chaos and disruption of the US government. You also get a free turn, effectively. And the third was Spycraft. Okay, now the Kennedy assassination tool been a little while since I've played that. What do? Your an assassination occurs of a quite high-ranking political figure, and you can then use where the bullets have struck to try and determine where the shooter was. So there was sort of bullet holes in the middle and down at the sort of bottom. You follow that red line, and you can trace that back then to a window at the far right-hand side of that building. And then what you do, then scans sort of available footage, and then it shows you that's the sort of camera view we've got of the particular window, and you can see, oh, there's a figure there. You then go into the next stage, which is mix and match, and it's just very interesting that the figure they've got on the opening that part of the tool looks like
Billy Woodward.
I'd say a little bit like an HO, but you can see the inference.
Yeah.
And then next, what you do, having you can then zoom in. So, oh, there's a guy there. Then, a bit like a police sort of composite picture. You can then sort of build a face up, go put it in the database, see if you get a match into, and in this case, you come up with this Thomas J. Phillip. It was it's for training special operations, crack shot, etc. That's okay. Second category is what I'll call it's a plot device, solve it. There are two games in this category. One is called JFK Re-elected, and the second is Hidden Mysteries, JFK Assassination. Okay. The interesting story about this, I was up at, I went to a friend's wedding up in northwest of Wales, about 2000 I think it was. So I was walking on the high street in Bangor, and there was a PC game retailer there. So I wandered in, browsing the shelves, and I saw this game, and I thought, shall I get it? So I couldn't quite afford it at the time, so I thought, oh, if it's in one shop, it's bound to be in another shop near home. I never saw it again, unfortunately. And I was trying to rack my brains for ages. I was trying to find out what this game was called. I remember this game. And then finally, when I was doing a bit of some research for this, I finally found its details. And basically, as I mentioned, it's re-elect JFK. It supposes, going back to the novels, there's a novel called Libra by Don DeLillo, which, and it's the same as that. It posits the JFK survives the attempt, and then you're put in charge, so you play JFK, or somebody plays JFK, so you've got two tasks. Firstly, you're coming into sort of the re-election period, so you've got to get re-elected. Also, on the other hand, I think we play Bobby, you've got to try and find out who had tried to bump you off. So it's so you've got the screen, sort of main screen there, you get briefings, written briefings, so there's all the normal processes of government. Going there's involving Vietnam, or domestic politics going on, which you can choose different actions to handle. So we've got this side mission of trying to find who tried to kill you. And the Hidden Mysteries game, which I haven't had a chance, it's on Amazon, so I haven't had a chance to sort of have a look at this, but I think it's what's called a hidden object game. I don't know if anyone's played. There's a series of some games on tablet, both Android and iOS, called Criminal Case.
Yeah.
There's some spin-offs as well. There's Hidden Mysteries.
Yeah.
There's a game on the X-Files called Deep State. There's an NCIS one. They have a similar format where you sort of take these cases, and part of that is you go to crime scenes, and part of the game is to find a set of objects which you have to find in as short a time as possible, and you then get scored on how well you do, and then it provides resources for you to sort of carry on the investigation. So That's what that is. Okay. Well, the next category is plot device storyline. Right, okay, there's two examples of this. First is, and they're both what I call FPS games, first person shooter. Anyone heard this term?
Yeah.
Basically, most action games are split into, or a lot of action games are split into two different types. One is called third-person perspective, and the other is called first-person perspective. The first-person perspective games is where you play the game as if you're looking through the eyes of the person involved. So both Prey and Call of Duty games are those sort of games. There's other games such as Medal of Honor, Dead Island is another one. Whereas third person is where you're also just out, you're generally just out of the main protagonist and usually just above. So games like Tomb Raider are that sort of game. Okay, so in this instance, in Prey, again, it posits that JFK that survived his assassination and went on to divert much more funding than originally occurred to the space program. Whereas in Call of Duty Black Ops, it's about you're a special forces operative who's working for the CIA, and you're involved in Operation 40, the Bay Pigs and the attempt to overthrow Castro. You get captured. You're in the sort of landing grounds and trying to support the invasion. You get captured by the Cubans and then handed over to the Soviets. So Prey, is from our case, there's just an example, a screenshot on the right. So you're looking through the person's eyes. And then, it's, as I say, it posits that Kennedy survived, they make more funding to the space program, therefore is much more advanced than what has happened in reality. And at some point, a bit like the film Battleship films, like we are contacted by aliens, almost partially by design and partially by accident. They turn out not to be very friendly. I'm shocked. Cool. And yeah, so Call of Duty Black Ops. So it takes place initially. The initial part of the game is set in the early 60s, and it sort of progresses through to roughly midpoint in Vietnam, around 1968, I think it is. And if I can work this, there's a couple of video sequences I'd like to see, which there's a screenshot, so you actually see Kennedy and talk to Kennedy.
It works on the premise that he keeps the troops in Vietnam, though, doesn't it? So by 68.
Wake up. Wake up.
Where am I? Where's Reznov?
We are engraved in.
But he didn't make it out.
Victor Reznov was a communist. How did the CIA know he was compromised?
They tested me. They knew it.
So I managed to find on YouTube.
You were cleared for duty and summoned to the
It's a basic section of all the cutscenes in the film.
It's nonsense.
This is it. Why the Pentagon?
Hudson couldn't tell me. We had clearance.
The convoy's ready, sir. Welcome to the Pentagon. We're late.
And that's McNamara.
So we did back in there.
Your reputation precedes you, sir.
Step on.
That's from the background to get there, so you captured by the Cubans, you're handed over to
Nothing less than our national security
Soviets.
is at stake.
And there's a
There is no fear,
dragon off.
no conscience,
He
no
basically
weakness. This is the key to
programmed
information.
to do a Manchurian candidate.
We're gonna kill him.
But in the process of programming,
We're lucky to
his
have you back,
programming
Mason.
is upset by the guy who gets you out the prison camp, the guy called Reznov. You've got these competing forces that are driving you. You've got on one hand the original programming, and then you've got the additional programming by this other guy.
VIP.
Yes, sir. I feel like everyone is watching us. They're watching me. I think you couldn't trust anyone. Sometimes even yourself.
That's why we're here, Mason. To see if we can trust you.
24/7. Never ends.
We were watching you the whole time.
It's not possible.
I was in the Pentagon.
Please tell him we're here.
At once. Clearance Prospero.
Distinguished hero.
That's why so much
Human
is
numbers.
this is programming,
Couldn't get out of my head.
he's fighting with his programming.
Area.
Yeah, he's waiting. Something gnawing at me.
What, Mason?
The nerve center. I believe I'm correct in saying that civilization has been saved more than once.
Yes, sir. Felt like I was in a dream. I said, if you don't trust me,
Robot.
there's a fire.
You were getting close to your objective. It was working.
It never gets old. Overwhelming, isn't it?
Not yet.
Many of the Call of Duty games, they hire big name voice talent.
This inner sanctum was built in 1943. We
So the
rarely
guy
use
who's talking, the player, is Sam Williamson. The guy who's doing the CIA shades is Ed Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And then the
Good luck,
the
Mason.
voice of Reznov, who refers to the film as Gary Oldman.
Mr. President.
Agent Mason,
Great honor, Mr. President.
sit. We are in grave danger from the communists. Our freedom, our very way of life is at risk. Dragovich. I'm told that you are the very best that we have. Anywhere. You will need to be. Mr. Mason, take care.
Okay, that's clear. These are obviously the sign.
Operation Flash Forward. They're not behind this space program. Eradicated long-range missile project.
So the first clip was quite early on in the game. This is basically the final, very final level. You have to fight your way through the ship. So when you get to this point,
You should have been my finest agent. You've all been so much simpler. Dragovich! You gotta kill him! Trying to walk through my mind. Wait, you don't know anything! Get down! Like I'm like to kill my own president! Right?
You notice what he said there, he tried to make me kill my own president. He goes, try.
Jason, it's over. We won.
There's a couple of sequences afterwards, just before the final credits. Where you get the girl with the numbers, just look to the corner of the table.
Zero, 11, 24, 11, 1, 7, 19, 20. 10, 14, 2, 3, 19, 0.
Look at the book.
Proposing courage.
Proposing courage.
'It open with the brackets here.
The final category is what I call recreative. This is a game we call it historical simulation called JFK Reloaded. Anyone heard of this? No? Okay. Basically, it's a form of first-person shooter. But what they try and do is trying to recreate the Warren Commission's version of events. Now, it's developed by a company called Traffic Software. So they put it forward as a historical simulation game, even though it's essentially a limited FPS. The game developers want to run a mass participation game by getting as many people to play as possible. So initially it was you had to pay for the subscription, and then later on they just released it as a freeware program. And basically what you do, you assume the role of Oswald in the Warren Commission's version of events, and you have to try and recreate the shooting sequence as closely as possible. The game then scores you on how close it is, with the maximum score being 1,000 points. Okay. Now, when this is active, you could basically save your attempt as a file and then transmit it else to them, and they would keep a running league table as to, and there's like a cash prize offered for the highest score. That sort of thing.
This is something written by the CIA.
Well, Traffic Software was actually a Scottish software development company. Now, the interesting thing was, the highest score recorded was 782. So despite hundreds, if not possibly thousands of attempts to do it, no one actually got 1,000 points. So even though they said, we're trying to disprove, we want to back up the Warren Commission version of events, we want to disprove the conspiracy, blah, 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 I think in reality it was the reverse. It's by putting this out, you actually show that it's not possible using this particular engine. Okay? And at the time, actually, there was a certain amount of reaction, especially from Ted Kennedy, who described it as despicable, and by Senator Joseph Lieberman, who was sickened by the game.
Played it for hours.
And I've got it on here. So. Hopefully it runs. There's options you can adjust the graphics and sound quality to easier run it smoothly. So like a first person shooter, we're looking through eyes of sight. Keep on the right hand button to go into the telescope
Shoot through the tree, yeah.
That's where kind of
your efforts as the point of view of Sabrina. Well, Vijay Connery and the
He's a bit sick, isn't he? The comedy versions all over YouTube are even sicker.
So the install was to have a look at where your shots are. So
in the car in which they were riding. We do not know how serious the situation is. We have no information. Mr. Brownlee is back here in the situation right now. We are getting our information over the tickers. Over.
Magic bullet, you see, in the face.
So who was the guy in the right hand?
Caliban.
Was it Caliban? Oh, so I managed to hit Caliban. And the third shot.
Correct. That is correct.
Oh, cool. So instead of hitting the head of the tree jab, I've shot him through the stomach and then the upper back. Over. So then scored. So that's sort of, yeah. So you've got to get who the characters are. So JFK's got to be dead, Colin's got to be wounded, Lily and Jackie have got to be uninjured. Secondly, number of shots, so they hit, so all scored, I managed to score 430. I think my best score is 620, something like that. So I can say that the video's running right then, so yeah.
So that's it. That's what you basically use. You want 3 shots in the present.
Yeah, so
only 3, right?
Yeah, I think I've read somewhere you can have up to 39. So where else would have got this extra ammunition, I don't know.
Is the scope out of alignment as well?
Was it?
It was supposed to be
can you change it to a...
But if it was Call of Duty, you could have swapped in for a light machine gun and then hose down the entire So, those are the examples of
wow.
Interesting video games.
Interesting.
Have you found it informative?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Peter.